like your couple of dual blades and your musket player down at the bottom there. They'll be looking to try and pick up as many hero kills as possible, these dual blades, while they push forward. Anything on the Sefos guys, like I don't know if they're taking it down or if it's our
yeah, I can see that
like
to complete their objectives and
down because of it. So that's interesting. I don't know if he lost any of his units there, if any of his units followed him onto that bridge, because they would have just instantly died as well. So, but Sefos pushing down this left side stairwell here again, similar to Pongar's idea. They trying to see if they can get a foothold at the bottom of the stairs, but OMG
and this is a very squishy front line there. Looking at the first four OMGs in the fight were 2 pikes and 2 muskets, and that is not who you want at the front holding the line. And there's the Siphonarios, the Flamey boys, lighting up that Sefos push. They're looking a little bit vulnerable. I think if you can get over that line, like Scissorum is there.
Oh, I think Sefos have got a cav charge coming in from behind though. They've came in from the breach because the breach is undefended.
The breach is
cav
clear.
charge, Modals have came round the back though and spotted it quite quickly from OMG there. That's very well done and actually
well reacted there.
It was pushing with him. C's being capped though, sneaky cap there from Seabee just now as he pulls a few heroes off. Well,
that's quite a big OMG numbers advantage there. So I think they're in the wrong part of town. So I don't blame them for getting out of there.
Yeah, as that happens, Seabee's now going to try and grab B as well because he's got the opportunity to get up there. So Sefos down to 13 heroes alive currently. Lost 467 in comparison to OMG's 176 well here. But Sefos are slowly pushing forward. They're moving their Fortebraccio slowly, one by one, forward while they bring in the Kessiks. The Kessiks going to try and flank around the back. And he does. He gets his Kessiks out around the back. Is he going to go straight to C? Which is what he is doing, actually. He's taking his Kessiks there. There's 2 of the dual blades on C, capping C. Well, everybody
Trebuchet strike on that blob. That could be dangerous if OMG aren't careful.
Pretty good in terms of the retreating units to defend C here. These dual blades done a good job to kind of react in the.
That's pulled four of OMG out of position there, and then the B cap is still ongoing. Galahad is in. He's in the wrong part of town. Are you okay, Galahad? What's going on here?
Tomino's kind of trying to get the flank here with his Kessiks, but he's jump off his horse and started trying to ult and falls to his death. Well, off his horse. But Sefos definitely distracting enough here to grab some extra seconds on the point here. You're going to have a couple of heroes trying to defend B from
Rolkers trying to. Oh, there's another short sword coming. Oh no!
Actual is going to take tons of damage from that grape shot.
Actual's horse is.
Now we just need the dual blade damage here. This is what he's going to pick up here. Yeah, there you go. Tazes picks up one of the kills up there.
And we can see.
There's another Musty. Musty's going to grab on the C point again, just to kind of get it capping again as heroes still fighting. Them shorts are surviving forever
battle
on B
for
defense.
B is getting pretty intense. Because I think now we're looking at 2 minutes on the clock. 9 trebuchets still to go. They really want that B flag, and if they could get it, that could be buying them valuable time. That
die at this point, trying to get on his horse here. Yeah, he does.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
OMG fly kills him. But yeah, that's a good defense from OMG. They were rotating quite well. It looked like at one point with the amount of capping that was going on from Sefos on B and C, I thought one of them was going to go at one point, and OMG managed to get
there would still be time if they went straight for B right now. There's a sliver of hope that they could still do something with it.
The only way into B is that breachway and that gateway, and there's so many
there's a couple of Sefos on C. You know, we've got Scabies in there, and Kara was there not too long ago. So
Scabies is alone though. That's the only issue. You've got him on his own as a hero against units and 2 heroes. So that's a really tough fight.
Full credit to OMG. They've recognised the threat that B could be a lifeline to get Sefos back into this game, and they've said no, thank you. They've decided to stand their ground and put the numbers there. And
there you go.
You
Rat and
can't
pikes
argue
and
with it.
getting that extra damage there. That's a good defense from OMG. 8 kills from Hammock as a longbow player. That just shows you. I was not expecting to see a longbow player in the CBL at the top of the leaderboard, picking up the MVP there. 159 unit kills, 8 hero kills for sure. But that's both range heroes on top of MVP. A musket player on the side of Sefos and a longbow on the side of OMG.
33-6 in terms of hero deaths.
We'll wait and see. Similar strategies though, because like OMG still have the same setup of hero classes for sure. Sefos has opted for a few extra range classes. On the defense with Pike Militia out, which is 4 sets of Pike Militia. I assume they're the guys over at B, just slowing down the push at B.
So. Yeah, just to stall for some time a little bit.
on the bridge, and he's down in the little stairs somewhere. I think he's down in the cliff somewhere, and he needs to commit himself.
Oh, there we go. Toxic's trying to stay alive for as long as possible.
Survives it, but gets a treb.
Pulls that treb in on himself as his dying breath. He gives the order to try and in these ranks.
The wall, though, so more than the units, though, but he is being taken because they managed to get 2 of the siege towers up there. OMG are just going to slowly cap A here, and the breach is still up, so they have the opportunity to go straight to B as well.
Yep, that is the option that's available to them. 46% of health left there.
Yeah,
that's still got quite a bit of the integrity there. It could still hold itself up
for their units that are up there to kind of. If you don't take the wall down on the defense, you have that option where the other team OMG, like they're doing now, they're going to push all the way up B. They can get a foothold at the top of that stairwell, and then they've got the opportunity to use artillery here, and it's even more open. So they can see the whole map from that spot, that perspective there. You've got mortars that you can hit down on the supply point, on the C point, down at the bottom of the stairs, on both sides as well. So they'll push their units down there as they get some heroes going up to Cap B. And what they'll probably try and do, I think, slowly pushing down, getting a foothold at the bottom of the stairwell, and then now they're going to just try and filter themselves out, so they're covering all angles, so they don't get a flank against them. You've got a cav on this left side and modals here. Lots of modals.
Pretty
There's
strong formations
plenty of
coming
time
up
for trebs here as well. If you can treb that stairwell, or even the C point where they've got a couple of units of modal, OMG just full pushing with pretty much their whole stack here.
We can see jets of flame, and I genuinely can't tell what side they're on. Okay, it's OMG. OMG have got the Sefos.
Yeah,
they are letting out those plumes of fire, charging.
Picking up hero kills against Sefos, so there's a couple of heroes just died there, and I'm pretty sure the flames were the ones that were taking it off, but
OMG have lost one of their own in return, so it's 14 against 13 heroes alive right now. Down to 12 as Musty buys the farm.
You notice, Blint, there that even though the fight's going on just around the C point, OMG aren't trebbing the areas where the units are in front of them. They're trebbing that supply point area to stop any units pushing out to support
They're keeping at a distance.
The interesting thing, though, is they didn't send somebody to B to Cap B, which is weird, because I thought they would have just kept one hero to go up there as they pushed, because nobody's defending it. They get that extra points. But they're trying to keep as many heroes down fighting their heroes on Sefos so they can get as many kills as possible and then push to the C point, I think. Because that's where all their units are kind of forming out. It is looking a bit risky here, though, because Sefos are obviously able to supply quicker than the team of OMG.
Yeah, OMG are much further from their nearest supply point, and going to have to go the long way around to get to their supply point as well if they need to resupply and get more units. So
yeah,
a couple of these Keshi charges like that one we just saw from Mumu there.
They're taking the supply point here. There's one short sword on it, a couple of units coming around IPGs here that maybe stop this Keshik's coming around the corner, but you'll need to move them quickly. To get,
got to either commit to defending the supply point, or that trebuchet could do some big damage. There's quite a few of Sefos caught there.
Armigers to avoid the flamers there, and then he comes back in as units are not watching, but the IPG march has triggered that straight away at the right time, and now there's none left. That is the strength of the IPGs, so when you get a cav charge, if you notice it in time, it doesn't matter what cav it is.
Your troops moving forward and getting set up, and they can just keep walking straight through, and they're really, really scary.
Yeah, I think the worst feeling as a cav player when you're running around with cav is realizing that the other team has their IPGs marched up. And then the worst part, if you're on the defense and you've got your IPGs and you've just used your match and you know somebody else is coming, you're like, oh no, I've got no counter to this now, it's too late. And then they've got, is that more flamers or is that iron cap swordsmen or pallet scars, I think, on the stairwell there. So I'm not sure if Sefos here will actually push their units up the stairs here. I probably think that would be a silly idea.
6 minutes on the clock.
Oh, you've got a nice wee battle here down at the bottom of the stairs with the heroes. It's just heroes here. There's muskets trying to retreat out of it because they're all medium armor classes, but all the heroes using grape shots and pushing down
Hammock
together.
Getting another kill there.
Oh, Kobe's getting carried away here from Kara as the short sword goes to back him up, but because he's a pike user, he can just double flip back out of there and get away back to safety. OMG doing a similar idea. They're pushing down that kills here. They're traveling around looking for the heroes that are away from units Sefos here, I think. Oh, Galad got a nice cav charge there in the back of that unit, but the dual blade sneaks out with his life. You have got Falconettis now, though. You can see them spamming from that stairwell, hitting the units.
Projectiles flying through. There's a siege ballista, I think, over at the supply point for Sefos that they're trying to fire back and retaliate at those Falconettis, which shows how much of a priority they are. Is that, you know, the artillery units are being focused straight on those Falconettis. They are devastating.
Yeah, at this point it looks like there's more OMG guys. There is down to 9 heroes alive on Sefos, down to 8 now after that kill there. But we're doing similar to what Pongard did. They swarmed the C point, and now they have the hero advantage and their cap in C. So if they start pushing quickly,
they're looking to posture to block that supply point as well.
You can be quick here with the cap.
Making a run.
You can stop that.
And Galahad as well.
Yeah,
Where's there with them? He's out there on the flank, so let's see what they can do.
I think it's a bad choice there. Kotov could have stopped these guys retreating from their supply point. There'd have been an extra few hero kills there, and you'd have definitely had like double the advantage. You still have kind of 7 more heroes alive at this point, but you could have had even more just for that final push. But they have trouble because they've not been noticed and they don't see the Treb coming. That hits a good set of them as well there. That's going to be a very weakened team of Modals that won't be withstanding very much after that. They'll be having to go back to the supply point, get themselves held up a little bit. But there's plenty of numbers here from OMG. 13 versus 10. They're all pushing the team. Modals set up at the top of the stair though for Sefos.
Another trebuchet coming in. Trebuchet strike's being called. It's 7 to 13. That's not looking great. That just means that they can't back up at all. They're stuck there, so if he really gets behind, there comes that cavalry charge on the flank.
That's a nice cav charge here around the back. You've got only a few heroes actually around about the supply, like the point they can actually stop here. There's the Dual Blade, but the Dual Blade's going to die pretty quickly if he tries to get on the point. You've got the longbow up top, just whittling down heroes, but I think he's trying to stay alive and trying to help his heavy armor classes on the point, but there's just so many heroes and units from OMG here on that point that I think there are 4 heroes alive. One of them is that Maul that's getting chased by everybody, but he's out as well.
Unfortunate.
Eventually falls to his death.
Pretty strong here. OMG put hold on the final flag there.
The longbow being the only person near there that can actually stop this, and he's resorting against it. He's not jumping on that point, and here we go, blue wins. So OMG takes the victor on the attack, and they took the win on the defense. Toxic Baby, once again MVP here, 4 hero kills, 143 unit kills. And yeah, he's done a good job with the artillery as well. Took 2 pieces of artillery and was definitely on the point for quite a bit.
Wearing a commanding display there. 37 hero kills to 22 hero deaths. A much less stark showing this time